Okay, we're back. I had to restart my computer because even when I closed OBS and stuff, for some reason, when I would like type on my keyboard to type into Discord or to type into a Google or whatever, it wouldn't register anything, and instead it would like open the corresponding like shortcut, like if you had clicked your desktop. Like no matter what I did, it would do that. So that was messing everything up, so I just had to restart the computer. Should be fine now though. Okay, I'm gonna get back in the game. Messing up my Dark Souls stream. I just got here too. It's fine. I had no idea Green hated me that much. There we go. Wouldn't detect my controller. And yes, I know you can't see anything, chat. Give me a moment. Okay. I think I fixed everything. You'll be able to see now. When I click back into the game, I need to not hit Andre in the face. There we go. All right. So if I do heavy, we will have 267 AR. So like I thought, that is higher than raw by 7 AR. But if I one hand, it will be less. Because raw will be the same, like the 260 or 240. Oh yeah, it's 260. One-handed or two-handed. That's tricky. I mean, as we level, the heavy will be better and better. And I'm going to level up my strength 2 more times. So I think we go heavy, even though it will make our one-hander worse. And I actually really like the one-handed moveset when you're in PvP. Use club. We'll probably use club some, actually. Use the reinforced club. I don't see why not. Do I really want to make this heavy, though? It will be noticeably lower on one-handed mode. And I really do like one-handed mode. It's just, if I make it raw, I'm going to switch off raw pretty soon. And so I'll basically waste the gem. Damn, that's tricky. How many raw gems do I got? Just 1. I mean, it's only 7 more AR is heavy. But I'm gonna have to switch to heavy eventually. Like, once we're, like, +5. I figured this character, I'll go, like, +5 or +6. And then go, like, level 45. And that's probably where I'll keep the character. Something like that. Maybe just +5. Would I want to be heavy at +5? At 18 strength? Probably. I think that is probably... Alright, so we'll go heavy then. It's like maybe a bad call right now, but I think in the long run it's right, and it lets me save the raw gem. Now the reinforced club, I am not sure. Well, raw gems aren't useless if you're not gonna level up that much, right? Like if you're staying at a lower weapon upgrade and all that, then not necessarily. Also, especially for something like the Dragon Axe, the Dragon Slayer Axe, that thing is insane raw for some reason. I don't even know why, just the way that axe works out. It's crazy good raw. Probably a good reason to save the raw gem, though, is to use it on that. Because, yeah, we're probably going to go to level 40, maybe 45, and no higher than that, so. But, yeah, wow, heavy is actually worse one-handed than even vanilla, let alone raw. But then two-handing it, it is better. Interesting. But yeah, one-handing it, we just straight downgraded our weapon in like every way. Can I get... I can't get that to +4, I don't think.
That is good, wasn't he?
Hell, I don't have the souls to level it at all. One moment. Buying those shards is pretty expensive. How far can the club get? +3. Good to level this as well because it makes the healing better. Also, if you want to parry with it, it makes the stam reduction, like on a partial parry, better. How many of these did I need? Hopefully not more than 6. Oh, and I need large ones. Damn. Oh, it already is +3. Okay, I see. Also, in Dark Souls 2, you could make crossbows raw. And because crossbows had no scaling anyway, it was just a straight upgrade to them, which was kind of interesting. Fuck, if I want to do this guy's quest, I have to level up. Well, that's not too bad, but I kind of forgot about that. Now we're the awkward level 31. And then we have to die a ridiculous amount of times. Not a very fun quest chain, to be honest. What's the cutoff point, chat? Is it killing Abyss Watchers? Because if so, then good thing I didn't kill them earlier. I'm not gonna do that ending, though. Although it's the only ending where Henri gets to live. Oh, we're invading with our scuffed ass setup here. See how we do. I wonder if dying... I don't think dying as a red actually counts, unfortunately. I think you have to die proper. That guy is not a password summon. Well, actually, he could be, but he's not, like, so far out of the level range that he's being scaled. I don't like fighting in this part because if you get, like, caught, it's really easy to, like, fall and die right here if you're trying to move, so I'll just let them have it. It's a fun spot to fight, though, but yeah, if you do need to back up, you're not in a good way. Oh, he used his seed. Doesn't really matter. It only lasts like 40 seconds. Actually, you can use this to your advantage because you can activate some mobs. Like up here, you can get these guys to come off already. Again, like that guy and stuff like that. It can be pretty useful. I'll just waste time over here. The best way to use Seed of a... People like use Seed of a Giant like fundamentally incorrectly. You should use it like when you're passing through an area. Like, so let's say the invaders with the giant and you want to run past the giant. Use it, then run, right? If you just use it, like, it does nothing unless the invader's an idiot. I just took so much fucking fall damage from that. That is so dumb. Well, maybe my lower HP can bait them into coming over here and then I'll heal. Yeah, maybe I should have moved the mobs over. I didn't really think of that at the time. But it is nice to activate those thralls earlier so they get to the fighting like quicker. Harder for the host to like gank them. So my healing per second is so low right now because I only have one blessed item and it's only +3. It's nice when you've got 2 blessed items, like you have another shield in your other hand you can switch to. And then you've got the ring that heals you, and those 3 things combined is enough regen to get something done. But we'll see how much health I can get back here. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. I can actually get a second blessed item now because, like, very close to where I'm standing, like right up there, there's another blessed gem, and I can put that on the Cestus and put the Cestus in this hand. That shouldn't make me fat roll or anything. And then a little bit, I'll have more healing that way. Double, actually, the healing. Yeah, so the Dragon Slayer axe, it has way too much AR than at low level than it should. It's like ridiculous, and that's why it's a popular twink weapon. However, the moveset is still bad. But what people do with it is they try to just force hit trades and just blow someone up. I wish it wasn't like that, because I just love the axe. I love axes, and that's my favorite one in the series. Like, hands down. Although I really like Stormhawk axe in Elden Ring. But yeah, unfortunately, it's, you know, kind of a low skill ceiling because there's not a whole lot of advanced technique you can do with Axe's moveset in this game. And this host is scarred. I could understand if I was a twink, but I am not. Got this silver serpent ring. Really good PvP. I think FromSoft just doesn't give a fuck about axes, so they don't ever really put effort into them. It's unfortunate. I'm getting my health back. It's taken a second, but we're getting there. Very boring, but I only have 4 flasks, so it's good to be careful here. I figure if I get full HP and they still haven't come at me, I'll go poke at them. I just don't like fighting over there. It's a death trap. Fighting before there is fine. Fighting after there is fine. But like that little area right there is just a terrible spot. Because if you need to maneuver, it's just so easy to get stuck on like the wall, the gate, or the fence or whatever. Or you go out at a weird angle with the little bridge that connects to the pillar there or whatever, and you like roll off or something. It's not a good spot. For some reason, though, a lot of hosts will like come at you up until that point, and for some reason they'll stop there. It's very common. They're like really scared of that archer. Like if they have to fight you and that archer at the same time or something. Even though I'm not planning on fighting over there at all, so it's like free real estate. Right, what's the AR in this? 210. Not bad for being a lower upgrade than this one. And then this. Wow, that's not even close. What if I two-hand it? I wonder if I should make this raw or heavy. So 187 right now. That's pretty bad. Versus 210. Let's see. It's got C scaling. It'll probably go to B as heavy. Wouldn't shock me if raw is better at this point. We'll see. Great weapon to beat the crap out of Dancer with, though. Chat, I'd have full health right now if I had that Cestus blessed. I should have done that before I invaded here. I forgot that hosts are always pussies and just wait around. A lot of these people will disconnect before they'll actually, like... So for some reason, this really happened in, like, late Dark Souls 3 and then Elden Ring. Something has just gotten into hosts where they are just, like, offended by the idea of playing through the level with a red in it. And they think, like, they just will not fucking do it. Like, it's crazy. Like, they don't mind dying to mobs and then going back to the bonfire. But for some reason, they just refuse to die to a red and mobs and go back to the bonfire. It's so weird. Giant club, dude. I love that thing. Or great club, I think, is the one. I always get confused because there's great club and then large club. Shouldn't the devs try to make all the weapons as fun as possible? Oh, for sure. I don't think that like the devs are trying to make axes and stuff unfun. It's just, as a dev, you have to prioritize things, right? You only have so much time. And I think they figure, you know, who cares about axes, so why put in the time over there when they could make dual katanas all fancy and stuff. Who knows, though? Every once in a while, they throw a bone to really random weapon classes in the DLC, so maybe they'll do something cool for axes. I'm just scared if there's a new normal axe, it's going to be really anime. I just want something nice and grounded with a nice, meaty melee moveset that I can murder people with, right? We'll see what they do, though. There'll probably be a balance patch along with the DLC, so there's a chance that they'll buff regular axes. God damn, this armor looks cool, though. I just want the Elite Knight legs, because the back of the armor looks dumb, the pants, but I love the, like, shoulder armor and stuff. Looks really cool. One of my favorite armor sets, honestly. Love this helmet. Very good. Although this is not my favorite style of medieval helmet. My favorite style of medieval helmet is never used in FromSoft games, unfortunately. Maybe someday. Another thing, I'm hoping the DLC will add some normal armor. They normally add a little bit of normal stuff, but most DLC stuff is anime is all hell, and Elden Ring is extra anime. The thing is, here's my hope. The maps in Elden Ring DLC is probably going to be really big, because they want to recapture that whole open world exploration nonsense. So they need a lot of loot to fill it up with. So, you know, some like normie armor sets and weapons would be a pretty good way to, you know, extend the loot table, right? But I don't know, we'll see. They might what they might do is come up with like some like other filler loot, kind of like how Spirit Ashes are, right? Like gems or something you can use, some nonsense like that to spread out the loot table. But yeah, I would love some like normie armor sets you can collect. Man, it's a shame the back part of the level's not open, because I could run back there and loop around and sneak up behind the host here, which would be really funny. These guys seem pretty determined to just not do anything. What I'll do is I'll get full health and then go fuck with them, and then when I lose health, I'll just regen, which would be a lot more reasonable if I had more life regen on me, but I kind of fucked that one up. This thing's got a really good R2, but I don't remember how to use it. Like, I remember the whole playstyle with this thing is to basically use the R1 to set up the R2. But I don't really remember how to do it, so we're gonna have to relearn that as we go. Make sure I'm not fat rolling or anything stupid here. And before these guys ran back to the bonfire, that's another thing people like to do when they get invaded. Even when they have phantoms with them. It does look like, oh, they already, fucking Christ, they already had, the level open. That sucks. Also really weird. Man, that really sucks because I don't have cat ring. That limits, you really want cat ring in this part of the level? Because, like, you can just roll off this thing and not take any damage. And like, if this elevator's not active, if you have cat ring, you can just roll off of it. Damn it. I think you can survive that fall, it just hurts like hell. How annoying. If only I had realized that sooner, I could have gone like this way a long time ago. Shame our first Cathedral of the Deep invasion is so lame like this. Such a good layout. Just how it is sometimes. Boy, I have very little endurance. Definitely gonna want to get a Ring of Favor. Boost those numbers. Wow, they haven't killed this giant. I actually like fighting that guy. He's kind of like fighting Ceaseless Discharge. Very similar. If you fight him up here anyway. If you fight him down there, then it's just boring as hell, but... Guys seem to have avoided almost as much combat as humanly possible in this place. There they are. Jesus Christ. If I had delayed that, I would have got him. Surprised the host isn't fishing for the weapon art, because that's what really lets you combo. Woo, bit of lag there. Close. Of course you're using that. I like how now there's enemies, they just run away. Everyone's a fucking pussy, dude. Like, if the host wasn't just gonna cover him right there, I could just end this guy, but I barely pick anything up. I always hate when people have the numbers advantage and they just cannot be aggressive. And it's so weird because they want you to be aggressive when you're the one that's outnumbered. It just makes no sense. And especially with the way Dark Souls 3 is, it's like exceptionally difficult to be aggro when you're outnumbered, and it's exceptionally easy to be aggro when you have the numbers. But people are just so bad at the game, they don't even know that. kind of laggy. Why they're being pussies. I'm gonna get my health back and wake up some of the enemies over here. Actually super useful because a lot of these enemies up here won't aggro naturally, but if you break the benches, they'll aggro right away. Super useful. Especially that big guy. Kind of a weird mechanic, honestly, but yeah, them being on like the bench makes them passive, but if you break the bench and they're standing, then they're just aggro like normal. Really do need to get that other blessed item. I could regen so much quicker. Haven't used hammers too much in Dark Souls 3. I know you can stagger like a champ though. If they just aggroed the other giant for some reason. I would be angry if someone broke the bench I was sitting on. I guess fair enough. They're kind of just wasting health right now. Yeah, Axe would be so much better if it had some poise. It's actually really weird that it doesn't, because not having, yeah, hyper armor. Not having hyper armor makes axes just worse than straight swords in every way. Like, they have about the same range, very comparable damage, but then swords are just faster, like just way, way better. Like, straight sword is so much better at roll catching and stuff. Like, to be honest though, Axe's moveset is decent in Dark Souls 3, right? Like, it's okay. It's not bad. But it's incredibly similar to straight sword, right? They're very, very similar. But then straight sword is just better at everything. So there's just why use an axe when you could use a straight sword. It just doesn't make any sense. I will never understand why people play this way. Just waste everyone's time. It's just being like outrageously scared of dying, but then you have no problem with dying to mobs, so it makes no sense. Like, why did they even go over there? It doesn't make any sense. He's fat rolling right now. Oh, I should have parried that because he's one-handing. God, that guy's laggy. These guys are so ridiculous, dude. Wish I'd realized they were gonna go over there. There's some mobs worth fighting with. Oh, what are you gonna do now? So laggy. These weapons are incredibly easy to parry, but he's so laggy, I don't know if I want to try. Especially when you're mashing like that, you can just like always parry the third swing, but if he's super laggy, it might fail. God, that guy was terrible. So they play like that though, because they have just no clue what they're doing, and then if they know if one of their like phantoms is busy with a mob, then they're just gonna die. So silly. And like, look, I'm not a twink, right? I'm like, I have such horrible gear. I'm literally wearing the silver serpent ring. Ridiculous, dude. I basically have 2 talismans on right now, or rings. Like, I don't need the equip load from this one. Actually, and this one doesn't do anything because you could equip it just as you heal, then take it off. So all I actually have is the Chloranthe ring. All right, before we invade anybody else, let's get that blessed gem. That way, if the turtle like that again, we can get back in the action a lot quicker. Beat things up, point down. Yeah, I don't normally do that. Even though they were playing like pussies, it's not like they were taunting or anything. Although I suspect if they had won, they would have taunted, but you never know. Some people are honestly just like scared and they don't even really think about what they're doing. And like, again, there's something about it's like the psychology, right? They don't mind dying to a mob over and over again or to a boss over and over again. But they just do not want to die to a player. It's like a pride thing or something. But the thing is, the pride is kind of pointless because if you're aware enough that if you fight head on, you think you're going to lose, then you kind of already, like, there's no pride in it anyway, right? You already think you're not going to win, so I don't get it. And it's not like they owe me like a fair head-on fight, like of course not. But like, do something, you know, try to run through the level. You know, go summon another friend, put Way of Blue on to get a, you know, a second buddy, right? There's just no point in standing around doing nothing. It's just weird. All right, we have to go to the up top part to get the blessed gem here. I'll play this level legit and grab all the loot in a minute, but I want to get my blessed items here. I'm actually drawing a blank on how I get up here. Let me think. I don't know if I have... Do I have to go inside? I know you go up like that elevator where the archer guy is. And you get there... from Narnia? I don't even know. I actually don't remember. I used to know... I mean, I know Cathedral of the Deep pretty well still, but I used to know everything about it, like, inside and out, but... I think what FromSoft could do to stop a lot of the like just hosts being pussies and invader being pussies and all this other nonsense is the Reds need to have like a way to make the mobs follow them, but only like a certain number, or have like a spirit ash they can summon that like spawns a group of mobs with them, things like that. You have to balance it, and you could make it where like the red can only do that if the host has a bunch of phantoms with them, right? Like, obviously, if it's a host by himself, the red shouldn't be able to do that. But I think, like, if the host is by themselves and has no phantom, and never did have a phantom, it's not like their phantom died, but they just never had a phantom with them, and they get invaded, the host should be able to summon a Spirit Ash, right? To help them, right? So they don't have to fight a red one-on-one. But then if like the host has a bunch of phantoms with them, like maybe 2 phantoms or something, or a password summon, right? Something like that. then the red should be able to summon like a Spirit Ash that's like mimicking the mobs of the area to kind of like, you know, have something to fight with. And you could put the summon for the red on a cooldown, right? So if you like kill the red's buddies and then pressure the red, you can just kill them, right? But then if the host is being a pussy, right, and they kill your summons, right, but they don't push you, right, and they just wait around, then you get to summon again, like in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever. I think that's a really good way of doing it. You know, this is kind of dangerous, but I want to get the... okay, yeah, that's the sword ring. I want the shield ring. I think you have to buy it. God damn it. Mr. Giant, give me a minute, buddy. I'm trying to find a blessed gem. Yeah, you could regenerate HP if they hang out by mobs. That's another way of doing it. But you already have, you know, blessed items, or in Elden Ring, you've got, wait, what do you have in Elden Ring? Elden Ring, you've got the ring and the shield. But yeah, you could do something like that. You just need to do things that don't force you to be aggro, but incentivize it for like both sides. Especially whoever got the numbers advantage should always be incentivized. Oh, I should actually kill him so I get the loot. I don't forget about it. But anyway, whoever has the number advantage should be incentivized to be aggressive, right? And if it's 1v1, the red should be incentivized to be aggressive. I think that's pretty fair. But it's like, it's not reasonable to expect a red to just run in 1v3 and just, you know, get mashed down and killed, right? No one's stupid enough to do that. Well, I guess someone is, but... I remember last time I played this game, I actually forgot to kill a Kirk, and as such, I never got the Thorn armor, which really sucks, because I like it a lot. I don't like the pants. The pants give you, like, chicken legs. Okay, here's where we need to be. So, Dark Souls 2 actually did try to address this, but they did it in the worst way possible. They made it so the invader is just on a time limit. But all that resulted in was every host ever just waiting around and then making the red come to them in the worst like way possible, with the red had no chance. Or this would happen because Dark Souls 2 had really shit level design. Dark Souls 2 was just packed with things like Castle Morn, right? Like areas the invader cannot get to no matter what. And so a lot of times the host would just go to areas like that the red physically could not get to no matter what, and just wait. And then the red just gets kicked out. A lot of really degenerate stuff like that. Okay, this is where our you've got to be kidding me. I'm trying to equip a shield, and that son of a bitch just shoots me off the side. Also, because I'm used to Elden Ring, I didn't know how to reset. In Elden Ring, I think I would have done it there. God damn it. We have still yet to die to a boss. We're just always dying to stuff like that. Gravity. Don't have the equip load for that. What about this? Now that one's heavier. I guess I'll just fat roll for that one part. No big deal. Wait. Why am I not fat rolling now? I'm confused. Yeah, I guess the point of Claymore, though, is to try to condition people to get used to the R1, and then I guess run up R2, but you don't delay it or something. Oh yeah, I did die to Vort, that's true. That one time he just kept spamming the charge move and he never did the ice breath. That was pretty silly. In my defense, though, I didn't level up, so. None of that. Also, it lagged, and you can see that in the VOD. Like, I clearly had like a frame skip right as I was supposed to dodge. I remember that now. That was total nonsense. Look at this man having a roll catch. All right. Also, look at him having travel time on his attacks. Take note, Elden Ring, so you can actually like dodge them intuitively, even if you don't know his like exact pattern. Where what Elden Ring would do is he would just hold his attack and then it would fire off like a laser, so you'd have to memorize it. All right, there's our bless gem. While I'm here, I might as well grab the shortcut. Yeah, we'll probably go to level 40 or 45, and then we'll just stay there. I think that's a good level range for a character. God damn it, dude. I have to imagine most people don't fight that part, or they just pick off the archer guy, then fight that part. Because that is so nasty. Yeah, and if they haven't played the game before, they'll probably die there, I would imagine. I'm sure plenty of people die on those rafters. You can actually invade up there. If you use the invasion item up there, it'll try to spawn you up there. Pretty toxic. All right, we are about ready now. I just need to actually bless the Cestus, so my regen is a bit higher. Should be good enough for when people turtle, and when I get the ring later, I'll be fine. When you have triple regen going on, you get back in business pretty quickly. Pretty useful when you don't have a lot of flasks yet. Do I need to join this covenant? Wait a minute. This used to break the quest line to get the cat ring, but I think they changed it to where you have to actually turn in a tongue. So I think I can join and get the yellow finger emote and just never. I think this works. If I fuck this up, why can't I talk? Oh, there we go. If I fuck this up, I'll have to, like, cheat and have someone drop me the cat ring. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't fuck up the other quest line unless you actually turn in a tongue. Okay. Millwood bow, yeah, I'm sure someone's done that. That actually would be pretty effective. Okay, I need to bless this Estus.
That is what.
Okay, infuse, Cestus, blessed, and then try to make it as highly plussed as I can. And then we're in business. Still no cat ring, but we're actually getting kind of close to getting the cat ring, though. That's like a game changer for invasions. Putting so many souls into these items. There we go. Awesome. Nice chunk of healing there. I still am far away from having maximum flasks, but we've got 5 now instead of 4. Alright, let's get the Astora greatsword out here. Which is not a greatsword. It's a, wait a minute. No, it's an Ultra, right? I get confused because Elden Ring changed the names. Yeah, it's like, you have, like, the greatsword that is an Ultra. And then you have Claymore, which is a greatsword. This all makes a lot of sense. And then in Elden Ring, they changed it to Colossal. But then greatsword, like Claymore, is still considered a greatsword, and they still have a greatsword that is a Colossal sword. Technically, if I remember correctly, Claymore is actually considered a straight sword. And then what they consider a straight sword is just a sword. I'm pretty sure is how that works technically. But a lot of definitions, like in medieval times, were pretty loose. It didn't really matter. Like, they called lances and spears, like, the same, like, they were just interchangeable. Is this guy just waiting around to get invaded? Kinda what it seems like. Of course, you make me backstab. The old turn and burn. The old not leveling health. Amazing. I don't know, maybe that guy was looking to summon somebody and he just happened to get invaded. I don't know. Feel kind of bad about that one. I mean, it's not like I'm a twink or anything, but I've obviously PvP'd before. Also, even though I'm a totally normal character, I still know, like, what you should do to make a strong character, right? Like, early on, because your weapon upgrades are so low, you know, scaling doesn't matter very much, right? So there's no point in leveling up strength and dex. You level up health, so you're tankier, right? Your damage is not really changing. Doing things like that obviously help a lot in PvP. Although you don't need to be a PvPer to know that, and honestly, it's the same in PvE, it's exactly the same, but... Did they go down? No. Where is thy phantom? Wonder if I had delayed that R2, if that would have roll caught him. This guy, I think, is playing on mouse and keyboard. Which is not a bad thing, actually. It's a lot of, like, really high-level players go mouse and keyboard, but most people don't know how to do it. That really does not go that far. Ooh. Yeah, that R2 does roll catch with a different timing than the R1. Absolutely. That guy was playing in a very odd way. But yeah, I think he was on mouse and keyboard, and that's why. The Sword Greatsword is my beloved. The Dex Ultra, yeah, my brother really likes it. It's good. It's really good in 2v2s and 3v1, or like, yeah, 3v2s and, you know, all the team stuff, right? When there's multiple players all over the place. The R2s, like in the weapon art mix-up, is pretty legit. I think this is the Executioner. No, where is the Executioner sword? I've always wanted to make a character that uses that sword, but I never commit. It's because like the stats you do for it they don't use a lot of other items that I like, so I never bother. There we go. Note that this is actually an Executioner's Greatsword, where in like F-Go, they used an Armor Slayer for an Executioner sword for some fucking reason. I think this sword is good raw. I think it's one of those. Oh, I'm being invaded. That'll be interesting. Probably a twink, though. What do I need to do out here? Guts. We'll see if he's actually committing to the name. A lot of them don't. Oh, I forgot to open that shortcut. We'll see if we're fighting a twink. Most invaders are. Like, most of them have, at least have, like, Ring of Favor and all that stuff. Kinda is what it is. He may not know where I'm at because he, probably connected to me when I was down below. I'll just get past this part. That's honestly happens to me all the time. Like, you connect to somebody when they're in the chapel or at the start of the graveyard. So you spawn over there, but then they're actually like at the end of the graveyard, and they're already up in this part, and then you just have no idea. So it can take quite a while to figure that out. That is such a nasty ambush right there. Because like that thrall is like coded to do his flurry attack like right away like that. And if you don't have a shield, it's really easy to get roll caught by it. I think that loot right there is useless. They're just trying to get you poisoned. Not really sure where our invading friend is at. You might be really confused by the level layout because like I already had a lot of the shortcuts open and stuff. I do have a pretty weird world set up right now because I rushed the Blitz Gym. He's nearby. I can hear a phantom. They make like that pulsing noise. God damn it. Sir, you are not using the greatsword. And like you're far enough into the game that you could have it. Because you can't get here unless you get to the zone that has the greatsword in it. Also, he's trying to get me to mash into his hyper armor. A little laggy. That weapon he's using is pretty good at low level because you can get frostbite so quickly. And like 2 hits and you get it, which is pretty useful. I wish we weren't so laggy. Woo! I almost got wrecked there. Oh. I wonder how much FP he's got left. We have a 10 out of 10 connection here. Oh, brother. Oh, good. Get fucked. That guy totally deserves that. I'll take it. Just whooping that guy's ass and this mob just comes running in here. Although he did get me that one time with the weapon art. That felt very Elden Ring with the mobs murdering the invader, though. Dude, fuck off. Like, I'm hitting, like, barely hitting the wall, so I can't hit this guy. God. All right, let's see. What else do I need here? So, what that mob always can hit invaders. It doesn't matter if they're a red or a purple. But, just like in Elden Ring, that mob doesn't try to attack invaders, right? It doesn't target them, but it can friendly fire them. But yeah, if you're a red, you can get hit by them. Happened to me many times. Like, I totally deserve that, though. He was, like, so passive. Then the second that mob came in, he was really thirsty for it. Which, I mean, you know, he's an invader. That's what he's supposed to do. But, that was kind of karmic justice there. I must say, though, I don't really like fighting that hammer much. Just because of the frostbite and the weapon art, you kind of have to take it really slow. And, it's just not that fun. Because, like, that hammer punishes aggression, or brainless aggression anyway, like, really, really hard. But it's a pretty balanced weapon, though, because it's susceptible to a lot of counterplay. Like, it's not OP. It's just, it really shuts down, dumb aggro stuff. I really should not loot this, but I'm gonna try. Huh, it didn't spray. Wonder why. Weird. Alright, we'll fight Mr. Giant here. Although, funnily enough, Mr. Giant killed the last invader, so that was funny. I'm so disappointed in that guy, though, being named Guts. He was not a twink, though. I don't think, anyway. He seemed like a pretty much normal character like me. Like, he'd leveled health and all that, but that's just being smart. But anyway, I'm just disappointed he was named Guts, and he's not using the greatsword. And by the time you get to Cathedral of the Deep, you absolutely can have the greatsword, because it's in the zone before Cathedral. That's very common, though. Very rarely do I see people named Guts that are really committing to the name. It's disgraceful. Hey, Red. But it is nice to see an invader that's just playing the game. You know, I'm kind of just shooting the shit. You know, I don't actually care. The guy can play wherever he wants. But I'm just saying, if you name your character Guts, you really should, you know, set up like Guts. But it's nice to see an invader that's just, you know, playing the game. Now, chat, imagine I get invaded by that guy. And I've got Cairo with me, right? And then instead of, like, going through the level and fighting that guy as we go, we just stand around like pussies and wait for him to come to us 2v1. And, like, do you realize how easily I would kill that guy if it was, like, me and Cairo, right? Like, it's not even fair, right? Like, it's just absurd. And that's what everyone does for some fucking reason. You know, it's one thing if, like, you get invaded by a guy at level 30 that's in Lap's armor and has dual axes and, like, Murky's hand scythe and Dragon Slayer axe, and he's got, you know, Ring of Favor +2, and he's got every flask in the game, and they're max luck. Okay, at that point, I get it, right? But that's not most invaders, so. And they're, like, spamming bundles, you know, like, you couldn't possibly have, like, the resources for early in the game. Like, you know, that kind of shit, I get, you know, maybe playing like a pussy, but. Damn it. I don't need too much more loot in here. I'm just not really looking forward to the boss because he's kind of lame. I don't know, maybe he'll surprise me. I mean, I died to a mimic, so you know what? Let's not get cocky. Woo! There's actually another mimic in here. I bet you take fall damage here. Dude, this game, I just, like, what the hell? It's absurd. Alright, we'll go fight the deacons. Get it over with. I need the doll anyway, so I can go to Illithril to get the cat ring. And visit our boy Pontiff. It's such an awesome boss fight. Can't wait for that. Oh, I should get the loot right here, though. These guys right here are pretty badass. Also, look at their attacks having travel time. Stinky! What's up, dude? Thank you for the 39 months. Holy crap, those guys don't deal with piercing damage very well. I see you up there. Thinking you're so stealthy. Ooh, right in the face! Man, he does not have much HP. I guess it's because he's got such a nasty moveset. But, I mean, it's just a +4 Claymore. Who shot him? Damn. Almost disappointing. Alright. Time to fight the boys. Probably should kill this giant to get the loot at some point. Like the he drops a large shard. So let's just get through here. Get it over with. Wouldn't mind fighting this guy though. They're really fun. Whoop! Too soon. Surprised I'm doing so much damage though. Like, I want these guys to live long enough. I get to have a little back and forth. Well, we'll get to have our back and forth with, the great sword wielding guys in Lothric Castle, because at that point, I'll be way lower level than you're supposed to be. Scares off most people with just his looks. Yeah, those guys are, pretty ugly. Definitely more intimidating looking than anything in Elden Ring, I would say. His equivalent in Elden Ring is those, I don't know what to call them, but they look like those guys, but they're like nobles, you know? You only fight a few of them. I don't know what to call them. There's just that enemy in Elden Ring that looks very similar to that guy, but more normal, I would say. This is a pretty easy boss. This is, probably the easiest boss in the game, unless you're so low level that one of those fireballs will kill you. And then this is one of like the hardest bosses, but well, it's not even hard, it's just very tedious at that point. You have to be outrageously patient and slow. You can use, I think, one of these. I love how as I go to use it, I just get blasted. Will you all stop that? But yeah, you can see they're going after the thing on the ground. He's getting healed. There we go. Dumb boss. Great music, though. Probably the lamest boss in the game, though. Other than maybe Ancient Wyvern. That's a pretty bad boss, too. Where is my bonfire? Yeah, those guys with all the legs that can teleport and they scream a lot. I don't know what to refer to those guys as. They don't have a lot of, like, defining characteristics, and you fight them so rarely in the game. They're really forgettable. Alright, before I leave, let me at least go get that giant's loot. I don't think there's anything else I need to do here. Yeah, it's like Renala, but awful. You know what? We'll fight this guy again. This moveset is just so much fairer than, like, anything in Elden Ring. As I get wrecked by it anyway, though. Alright, fight Mr. Giant. I like how I heal and just take damage from the fall. Give me cat ring already, game. Reasonable. Freaking slimes. I could put fire buff on my weapon and kill the slimes really easily, but I don't think I need it. Although they're starting to get annoying here. Really, game? Like, there's just one of them attacking at all times, so it's really hard not to get hit. Okay. That's it for the idiot slimes. There we go. So interesting to note, if you kill this guy and then you die, reload, whatever, you cannot get this loot. Like, he only drops it the one time. And it's not like there on the ground like an NPC's loot. So if you miss that large shard, you're fucked. Oh my god, I just realized I didn't get the large shard from the other giant because of that. Fuck. Because I killed the giant out here, and I never went down there to grab it, and I used the bonfire by the boss, and I think that gets rid of it. No, I am so dumb. And like, we're at the point in the game where you really need large shards. You only get so many right now. Yeah, save file runned. Oh my god. Yeah, I used the bonfire on the boss, and that got rid of it. It would have been there otherwise. Restart from the beginning, yep. That sucks. Because there really is a pretty finite amount of large shards right now. You have to get to Anor Londo to be able to buy them. So that was a big mistake. Shit. I think a lot of people make that mistake though, not looting the first giant. Also, I figure a lot of people don't even kill him, so it's fine. I'm planning on keeping my weapons kind of lowly upgraded anyway. Not that big of a deal. It's copium, but you know. All right, we are out of here, I think. There's still the poison bite ring. Hold on, that's pretty nearby too. Yeah, if they do, I guess it's true. More people probably kill him from the floor than up top. I think he's way more fun to fight up top though. Or really annoying to fight down below and just boring. But I see when I invade people, now this might be because I'm invading them that they behave differently. But it's very common that people just run past them and never fight them. Reasonable amount of damage there. I guess I never got the Arbalist or whatever. But it's no biggie. If I need specific loot later, I can just come back. I think I've got everything important. Oh wait, no I haven't. I haven't done the outside stuff. Fuck. Imagine being afraid of fire. What a nerd. Really should be invading more. Woo. That is so laggy. Or buggy, I should say. There's a crystal lizard out here. We did not do the patches event because we went up top too soon. So we'll have to get patches and Firelink. There's a patches event in Elden Ring I've never seen. You have to like go to some place outside the manor before ever activating the manor, and that just never happens. Because I'm trying to PvP, and you gotta go to the manor as soon as possible. So, he like sets up like I think prism stones, and I think kicks you off something. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I've never actually done it myself. You'd have to put off invading for so long if you wanted to do it. Okay. I think we're good now. Let me lighten the load a bit. Oh, we're invading. Let's see what we get. Yep, that's what I want. Dragon Slayer's axe. Not Dragon Slayer axe. Slayers. He's slain some dragons. Oh, we got 3. It's a party. Dark Hand. That Dark Hand does outrageous damage at this level, so I gotta be careful about that. I'm not gonna fight up here because it's suicide generally. It sucks though because you can get that archer to tag him a lot of the time, but it's just too easy to die in that spot, I find. It's just better to run past it. Let him have it. I don't have curl up. Need to get that. Gotta talk to Grey Rat. The stealth emote. Man, I find normally, if it's 3v1, they're normally not cowards, right? But 2v1, a lot of times they're still cowards. But these guys are 3v1, and they're still being cowards. I don't get it, man. I would love to be like, you know, me and a normal character with two friends that are normal characters, we're not twinks, get invaded by a not twink, and then fight through the PvE, why the red fights us, you know, that's the good shit. You know, I should check to make sure the level's not open again, like last time. Because that was really stupid. Like, I don't even have, cat ring, man. Please don't be open. Thank God. All right. What would really suck is why I ran back there to check on that if they had, like, killed all the guys at the start there. I wish this zone was in Elden Ring. Ugh, like, just copy-paste it. Great. I'd love invading here. You'd have to maybe spice up the enemies a little bit because, you know, Elden Ring characters are so strong. Yeah, with 3 people, the problem is what I find a lot of the time when there's 3 people, they're not aggressive together, right? And all of them will kind of do the same thing where they all run at you and swing as soon as possible instead of like one person running up and trying to swing at you as soon as possible. One try to run up and get as close to you as possible and wait to swing until you go to swing or deal with the other guy. And then like another guy coming up behind you and then also swinging as fast as possible. They don't do stuff like that. They kind of just all run at you and mash. Yep, that shield can heal you. Technically, any item can heal you, but this is an item you find very early in the game. So, anything that's blessed, any item that you make the blessed upgrade path heals you. And when you find this in the Undead Settlement, it's already blessed, right? Oh, they went down below. They still have to come this way, though, so it doesn't matter too much. But yeah, especially when you're, you know, you don't have all your flasks, you know, only have 5 heals. It's really good to have a little bit of extra healing so you don't run out of gas. Now see, this game, unlike Elden Ring, you get iframes at the top of the ladder when you're finishing the climb. He actually doesn't have iframes right now, but like right there, he does. This guy's trying to just R1 mash me to death with Dark Hand. Wow, that actually hit me. The Dark Hand just does outrageous damage at this level. And it like combos really easily. I like how these guys are afraid of a couple of hollows. Ridiculous. Like, I don't even fight in here. Like, I never want to fight in there. It's horrible. Oh, they keep getting shot by that archer, so I'll take it. Nope, Seed of a Giant. Be wearing off in a second here. Kind of sucks that they're killing some of the best mobs for free here. Got him! I should have charged that R2 there. I just hit the other guy with the firebomb. What? He didn't even roll. I don't know why that didn't hit him. Wow, he rolled into the mob and died. That was really silly. He like rolled, like the mob wasn't even attacking him, but he was like panic rolling away, and so he went into the mob and got hit by the sweep attack. Oh, that was silly. Yeah, people being pussies like always, even though it was 3v1. Ridiculous. Although they did kind of start, you know, playing the game there at the end. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can summon Yellowfinger and get that emote. It's a pretty rare emote, honestly. Most of my characters do not have it. You might have to rank up to get it, actually. Yeah, I think you need to rank up first, which means if you have to either get this emote or get the cat ring. And I'm gonna take the cat ring every time. Yeah, no Yellowfinger here. That sucks. Yeah, I think you have to be like rank 1 with the Covenant or something like that. Like, I think you only have to turn in 1 Tail Tongue. But yeah, that fucks up the cat ring quest, so no, not a chance. That sucks. Oh yeah, fire bombs are always nice in PvP. They're fun. And they're only 50 souls, so... I just forget to buy them sometimes. I'm enjoying Claymore, though. Gonna have to get more used to it, but... I think there's times that I could probably use the R2 better. I think you want to like not use it much for a while, like really condition him for the typical R1 stuff, and then start doing it to throw them off. And get some catches in there. There's another guy in here you can summon to get an emote. Where is he? No, that's her. Gentleman. That one attack came out with like no like frame like startup, and that hit me, so then the slow one also hit me because I was staggered. That's so silly. And then he just walks into a fully charged R2. I like how he got R2'd and R1'd and it didn't break his poise. We don't get to do that as players. Like, not a chance. Oh, Dark Sword. I won't use this guy for the boss, but I want the emote. He makes the boss a lot easier, honestly, so. We'll do it legit. Let me get my health back a little bit here. I mean, I could just flask. It's just kind of, it's so easy to get to the boss without flasking that it seems like a waste, but. I'm gonna heal this health though. That's just a little bit. Come on. This is noticeably better though with the 2 blessed items over the 1. Has there been a thing where an enemy attacks you through the door you're opening? That can happen in Dark Souls 2. In Dark Souls 3, though, you have iframes when you're opening it. But yeah, Dark Souls 2, they'll fuck you up if you're trying to do literally anything. That game just refuses to give you iframes. Opening a chest, they can beat the crap out of you. Trying to stagger him and he just keeps hyper armoring. That does so much damage to him. They must not have good pierce defense. Gentlemen. Huh, I didn't realize the ad had that little health. No, he killed the evil one. That one was my friend. Crazy, you can kill him that fast though. Just +4 weapon. Nothing fancy. That camera. That's like his worst move. It is so easy to punish. Is Claymore just busted? Like, what is this damage? Like, I'm only +4. And, you know, I mostly just leveled health. Raw. I swear this boss is supposed to be hard. That would have probably killed him, honestly. Jesus. Oh yeah, Dark Souls 2 has a lot of horrible hitboxes. We'll explore that thoroughly when I play that. I'm kind of honestly disappointed at how easy that was. I was just doing insane damage. Damn. Yeah, I do suspect though that they don't do well against piercing damage. Because that really was a crazy amount of damage. And I could have done more if I used like this stuff. Also, I think you can have a +5. Like all the shards, large shards I've used and the large shards I missed. If I put them all into Claymore, I think it'd be +5. Maybe. So yeah, you could definitely fuck them up harder than that. You know what? I should not invade here without Cat Ring. This is not a zone you want to invade without Cat Ring. I should not have done that. Well, hopefully we don't get anything too nasty. Because I'm so close to getting Cat Ring, I should just go get it and then invade Catacombs. There's just so much gravity, and like a lot of times you can really only escape the heal and stuff if you have Cat Ring, so... Please be a normie. I don't mean that as an insult, I just mean like... I don't want to have to like need Cat Ring and have some big whole like nasty invasion. I don't normally ask for like the normie 1v1s, but I really do want to get my Ember and run here. Damn, I didn't have hyper armor there. By the way, you can't parry leaping attacks, so... Sir, please stop doing that. Sir, you have to learn at some point, I swear. I mean, I'll keep doing it. Oh, he did the other one. Good man. He figured it out. And the ambience is so spooky in here. You can hear like the air going through and stuff. And he went for that parry again, dude. He really wants that. Got a lot of flask. Oh, now we're mashing. The katana's true strength. The brainless R1. That's what, honestly what it's good at. Especially with how little endurance I've got. It's easy for me to get into a trade situation where I don't have the endurance left to actually swing. I'm so glad though that was just a normie fight because I you know, didn't have Cat Rings. Hey, look. A European sword beat a Japanese one, chat. How about that? All right, let's go get our Cat Ring. We'll just blitz through this zone. I'm trying to think. If I blitz through here, I think I need to at least talk to Anri and stuff. Hold on, I should probably go back to Firelink. But other than the Anri thing, I don't think it'll mess anything up if I just blitz through here. Do it again, I wasn't looking. The real winner is some of the German swords, in my opinion, honestly. They had some pretty killer stuff. Yeah, I never like katana with like Western stuff. I agree. You need to either be a weeb or Virgil. But, you know, a lot of people just want it for the gameplay purposes and that kind of thing. Which, that's fine. But if you do, like katanas... Because I don't hype katanas. That's the thing. I can tarnish it and I don't care. But if you're like... You love katanas, you think they're the coolest weapon ever and all that kind of stuff... you really should try to... You know, weeb it up with the katana, right? Like, I don't want to use the samurai armor in Elden Ring and use an axe, right? Like a normal-ass axe. I don't want to do that. I don't remember what Virgil is. I mean, technically he's, you know, half demon, so, you know, there's that. There was something I wanted to buy. Oh, the shield ring. There it is. Honestly, life ring plus 0 is not terrible early game if you got nothing else to equip. It's not amazing either, though. Hold on, I need access to his shop. Oh my god, I've messed that quest up. Thankfully I can still do it, but you have to kill a boss. And I've already killed a lot of the easily accessible bosses, so thankfully we didn't kill Walnir. Sir Alone's armor is pretty sweet. Sir Alone, though, is kind of unique in that he does have some Western stuff, because his story is like, he comes from a land, you know, that's obviously like a Japanese type land, you know, and he left it, right? He gave it up and came to like the Iron King and stuff and became a knight. You know, he's not a samurai, he's a knight. So like, even though he has kind of samurai style armor, I think it's made out of steel and stuff, so kind of a cool... Oh, fuck! Also, I thought, how is this not fucked up? Hold on, fuck, we need to do this before he, like, dies. I'm actually surprised we didn't mess that quest up. Yeah, we need to just kill ourselves a bunch. One moment. Chat, look away. Hopefully the zone loading again won't have him die. I completely forgot we needed to do this. Oh, I probably could have already gotten another thingy though, because I died to that archer guy. So I think I just messed up. Yep. Now we're gonna need 18 strength soon, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. Because what we can do is we can rush to Illithrill, get the cat ring, and then get the axe. Because I love me my axes. Although I'm not gonna lie, this claymore has been performing extremely well. Been very happy with it. I do see why people prefer it over Flamberge just because of the R2, but I still like Flamberge because Flamberge has slightly farther reach, barely any difference though. It's lighter, and then it builds up bleed. So like if especially for Cathedral of the Deep, if they got the bleed from the slime guys or whatever, then you add some bleed to them on top of that. It's kind of awesome. But Claymore is, I'd say, ultimately the better weapon. Yeah, a lot of Kermit jumping here. Probably one more death, and then I can do another one. You always want to draw out the strength as soon as possible because it gives you another mark thingy that makes each death count for more hollowing. So your total number of deaths will go down a lot. Basically, once you do the first, like, draw out your strength thing, he gives you a hollowing mark or whatever. And then when you have that, anytime you die, you gain hollowing. And then as you get more hollowing from dying, he'll give you more, like, free level ups. and then it gives you more marks, which then gives you more hollowing. And so when you get to a certain amount of hollowing, it finishes this part of the quest.
Then show them.
I'm actually surprised though the quest isn't fucked up, because I swear you're supposed to do all of this before you kill Abyss Watchers. So I actually have no idea why it's actually working right now. Yeah, I know I'm a bad example, chat. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not crazy about any of the endings in Dark Souls 3. They don't really have an ending that, you know, I'm like, yep, that's the one. We're like, Dark Souls 1, obviously dark ending. Not even close. Elden Ring, right? Because fuck Dark Souls 2. But Elden Ring, I really like the Chaos ending and the Perfect Order ending, you know, Gold Mask, right? But yeah, Dark Souls 3, I don't really like any of the endings. I don't mind the one where you do like the spooky eye thing, right? That one's okay, I guess, but yeah, none of them are that awesome. Like the Londor ending is kind of just an extension of the Dark Souls 1 ending, but you're now attaching a bunch of weird, like, cult, zealous stuff to it, which just straight up makes it lamer. Actually, I think there's 4 endings. There's the totally vanilla one. There's the giving her the eyes one. There's the Londor one, but then there's the one where you give her the eyes, and during the like 3-second window that it's fading to black, you kill her. Actually, that one is kind of awesome. I'm not gonna lie. That is kind of an awesome ending, because it's a fuck everyone ending. I'm taking all the power for myself. That is kind of an awesome one, but it's still not like the ending I would typically go through like on my, you know, first playthrough. You know, I'm trying to make like my definitive ending or whatever, right? It's not, that's like the trolly, you know, but kind of awesome one, but there's not a lot of reason for it. Where like the chaos ending feels like an ending like that the first time you do it, but then when you get all the context, it's just like so much better than that. I did that one first by accident. Would you just accidentally hit the R1 button or something? I'm sure somebody did that. Like they figured it was like a cutscene, and they just, because it looks like a cutscene, right? And then you hit R1 or something, and then you smack her in the face. Let's see though. Demon Souls, not really. I guess the endings there are okay. They're both actually fairly normal, I guess. Like, kind of have a reasonable ending available to you in Demon Souls. Nothing that interesting though. And Dark Souls 1's pretty good because the generic ending is actually like debate, right? They make you think you're a hero and you're actually just a tool. You know, it's kind of awesome. And you got the hidden ending that is like getting outside of that. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, this is, I think, the last. No, I think there's one more. No, I think we're done.
You have attained ample strength.
See, he's telling us that we're strong enough, which means level 35, chat, is the highest level you need to be. No problem. Now, we'll remove the hollowing whenever I can buy all of the stuff from Yuria. He freaks out when you remove it. What?
Oh, I would do as I have. I weep that the.
Do you have to like buy all of his stuff now or something? That's so many souls, God. I'm confused. Do you have to leave and come back or like fully reload? Yeah, maybe you have to fully reload. Yeah, he's immortal now. Rip Yuria. By the way, Yuria in Demon Souls is cooler than Yuria in Dark Souls 3. Because she has a cool witch hat, so it's not even close, really. Also really strange that they share a name. There we go.
Oh, I allow another matter.
Fucking weird mask, man. He's actually pretty popular, though. Yep, you need that. That's the big one. Might as well buy these. And I'll get one of these in case I fuck up. Alright. Alright, fuck you. Your ending's weird. I may not have enough souls for this. We'll see. Nope. Yeah, you have to. It's because, it's the souls that you spent on those levels earlier. And because I did higher levels, that's why you're supposed to do them right away. So they're like lower level levels, so they're cheaper. But I kind of fucked that up. I waited too long. That's either enough or just shy. I got it. I'm human again. All right. Thanks, lady. Oh yeah, all that suicide got rid of my Ember form. All right, let's go get the bloody cat ring. Had enough of the gravity damage. Get that weird occult nonsense out of here, nerd. Yep, that's how I feel. Oh, I should get Patches to show up. Need to get the Onion Bros. Hold on, let me do that. I don't know if that's time limited or anything, so let's not take any risks with this. Wasting time, but... Hey, Star. Yeah, do you think that Katana guy I fought, do you think he learned that you cannot parry the leap attack during all of that? He did at least learn to mix in the not parry move occasionally, and I thought he learned there, but then he started doing the parry again, so I'm not sure. No, yeah, I kind of feel like he didn't either. He'll figure it out. He was getting partials though, like, so it was like half blocking, so he wasn't taking very much damage. But still, it was just free damage he was taking for no reason. Now, if you have the cat ring, what you can do is when you go up the elevator, the second the door starts closing, you can just jump off and you won't take fall damage. But I don't have the cat ring, so I can't do that. Patches. Learning is cringe. To be fair, the game never teaches you things like two-handed ultras can't be parried, but one-handed can, and things like that. Oh, right. Yeah, we're gonna bail out here. Actually, I guess I could do the jump thing, but I already got the loot. No reason. Friend ahead. Yeah, for the most part, true. Little rascal. Bald bastard. You don't forgive him, he gives you free stuff. It's better if you get him in the cathedral, though, because you can actually, like, not forgive him twice and get loot twice, but I kind of messed that up. Wait. Why does he not have the onion set? I guess, do I have to talk to, Onion Bro first for him to have it? Patches is such a great character. Some people were disappointed that they didn't do a lot with him in Elden Ring, but I think that's fine because they did so much with him in Dark Souls 3. I think it's kind of cool to let him chill for a bit. Now, I am a strong advocate that Patches should be in every game all the time. He's our fucking buddy. But I don't think he should always play a super major role every time, right? I think sometimes it's okay for him to be chilling. And that kind of thing. But I do think he should be in every game. Dr. Deus, what's up, dude? Getting revealed by Sanson. What is happening? Did I not talk to Onion Bro enough times in... Oh, no. Oh, God. Did I not talk? Oh, fuck. I mean, I've got sleep. What the fuck? How did we mess this up? I didn't even think you could mess this part up. Do I have to go back to the undead settlement? What the hell? I don't think this has ever happened before. I'm so confused. The thing is, it's fine to open the big door. You just can't get patches inside the cathedral if you do that. Oh, this is not good. This will fuck up the Grey Rat quest where I can't get the lightning arrows and stuff. Let's see. Which one is the closest? Did I ever open the door in this fucking stage? I don't think I did. Oh, you might be right. You might have to open the big door first to get him to go to the well at all. You're actually probably right about that. Shit. Also, I never got the loot by the tree in Cathedral of the Deep, I just realized. Okay, we may be making a few mistakes out here. But yeah, I don't think I ever did open the door. I think that is the... I didn't think that mattered. I thought that only mattered for making patches, you know, not being the cathedral. But no, I think you're right. I think that is what gets him in the well. Wait a minute. Hold on, I gotta get the tree loot. I just want a cat ring. There's just so many quests that are like tied to things you need to do before Illithril. Gentlemen. You know what's crazy, chat? You can actually kill so many zombies in this graveyard that they stop spawning. It takes a really long time, but I've done it before. Also, once I was playing with my brother, Cairo, and Tusk, and I had summoned all of them as like a purple, a red, and a white or whatever, so they could all hurt each other. And they would all just hang out in various places in that graveyard, and I would just drop random loot, and like they would start naked, and like I would drop, you know, armor and weapons throughout and consumables throughout, and when they would die, I would resummon them, and like they had a time limit, and whoever had the most kills by the time it was over won. We would do that in all kinds of weird areas, but it was pretty fun in this graveyard, honestly. But yeah, we did that in like Illithril Dungeon and Orlando, like all over the place. That was a lot of fun, honestly. Yeah, it was kind of like a battle royale. We did that long time ago. Yep, door's not open. And like the weapons would have like different upgrades. And also what we would do is when they would die, I think they would lose their weapon, so they have to find a new one. Stuff like that. And also if you had a weapon, you weren't allowed to pick up a new one. So you had to drop your weapon first to pick up a new one. That way you couldn't just run around the map and loot everything and hog stuff. But if you picked up a weapon you didn't like, you could like drop it and grab a new one if you saw it on the ground. And like as I like how I'm just perfectly stuck here. Anyway, as the fighting would go on, I would, you know, drop new loot and things like that. Could do it in Elden Ring, but most of my friends don't really like Elden Ring that much, so they don't really want to play it. Like, they played it one time and they're kind of just done with it. I get it, though. I mean, there's a lot I don't like about Elden Ring. I'm going the long way for some reason. Did they just blow themselves up? Yes. They have a tendency of doing that. Very, zealous, these guys. Yeah, I'm taking the longest route possible. I could have just gone to the bonfire and gone out the left door. I guess it's left or right depending on the angle you're looking at. But anyway, and I could have just done it that way. Went way faster. At least I got the thorn armor this time. Did I miss loot over there? I don't think so. It's just glowing like that to fuck with you, I swear. Wait, nope, there is loot. I think those hammers are probably the worst dual wield weapons in the game, I think. Because the dual straight swords are really good. The dual katanas are absurdly good. And even the dual axes, although not as good as the other two mentioned, they are extremely good for like when people want to like mash R1. They're like a really good counter mash weapon. So they still, and they do an insane amount of damage. So they have their uses as well. Yeah, I don't think the drag hammers are anything special. Oh yeah, and the dual spears are pretty good too. They did get nerfed pretty hard, but they're still good. Like, I have a character that like mains them, and I love it. I mean, they've got... I will say, the twin spears these days are not very good if you're getting ganked. They're way better in a 1v1. They're really solid in dueling and that kind of thing. But yeah, if you're getting ganked, it's not so good. They don't do enough damage to like win in a trade. And their hitbox is pretty small, so. Alright. We fixed the Onion Bro quest. Honestly, if you don't have to do the quests, you can get through Dark Souls 3 so quickly. Like, it's pretty short game if you're just zerging it. But you'll miss a lot of, like, PvP stuff if you do that. And because I like to PvP, obviously, I'm not doing that. Patches. I don't have enough souls to buy the armor. That's okay. I don't actually need it until Illithril. So I can kill Walnir and use those souls to get it. God damn it, though. I want to invade Catacombs. I've really come to love invading Catacombs. Catacombs in Illithril Dungeon, Catacombs, Cathedral of the Deep. Those are like my favorite spots to invade. I don't mind the Lothric Castle, but a lot of people just like run past everything and go to the boss because it's so short. But I do like the Duke's Archives. What is this? Oh, this is an actual person. Imagine that. But anyway, I do like the Duke's Archives. The Cathedral, oh man, that's my jam. I love that place. Every game has done skeletons slightly differently. Dark Souls 1, you had to kill the Necromancer or they just respawn forever, unless you knocked them off the side. Dark Souls 2, I don't even remember. I don't even think they had much of a gimmick. I think maybe you had to kill a Necromancer as well sometimes. And in this game, they respawn one time and that's it, which I think is the lamest. And then Elden Ring, you know, you kill them when they're on the ground. You have to hit them again. And then there's like one spot in the entire game where they're tied to a Necromancer. Did he just kill himself? I think he did. I mean, I was going to fight him. Can I do this without fat rolling? Nope. Some of the skeletons, it's nice to be able to block. Just murder them. Damn it. Who did it? That guy did it. Now, come on, get up. You're not getting up? What? I guess only some of them do that? Yeah, I guess it's the one with glowing eyes that resurrect. If you don't get souls, then you know they're gonna resurrect. Man was like, oh no, it's a player, yeah. They're trying to parry. That's an auto parry stance. Can't parry the leaping attack. Don't even have heads. Just like that previous host. I'm kidding. I really am. I have no hate for that man. But that was just like such easy low-hanging fruit there. Because I mean, he was, you know, going for the parries, so. They parried their heads off so they can parry better. I don't know if that's how it works. Now, we could kill these guys with the boulder, but well, at least fight one of them legit. Almost got roll caught there. Chat. Claymore is so strong. Like, so many weapons have to actually deal with these guys' moveset, but Claymore's got that big stagger and just crazy damage. Like, look how it staggers them for so long. That's insane. Oh, wow, we just got a Covenant item for the purple bros. I won't lie though, Claymore in Elden Ring is just so much fun to use. It's not meta in PvP at all. It's just like mid-tier, but it is so much fun.
Oh, yes, I picked that unclean man. If that unclean man.
Okay. So I believe the idea here is that somewhere in the catacombs, Horus fell and went down to the lake down there. And the fall killed him. And then, like, resurrecting made him go hollow. Especially because, like, Henri wasn't around. So he, like, lost his, you know, motivation, I guess. Kind of sad. Accidental whoops. And then Henri goes hollow pretty much no matter what you do. She seems to maintain her sanity as a hollow if you do the Londor ending, but I don't think she wants to be part of any of that, so that doesn't seem great. There's actually a bunch of outcomes to her quest, though. He was taking a smoke break and you would just attack him. Look, man. He's a skeleton. Skeletons are the enemy. Now, if we had a Gravelord Covenant, things would be different. What the hell? They're supposed to have to go through an animation to put themselves back together. And then they're vulnerable and you can hit them. That guy did not care to do that. Jesus, that was wild. You have a skeleton inside of you? That's true. So, I'm my own worst enemy. Enemy within. Did he? I thought this one was still alive. Huh. Well, guess not. Alright, I think that's all of the content before the big drop here. Clearly he can roll and cancel the startup friends there. That's some crazy PvP tech. Let me do that. I guess I could do the drop down. I don't remember if there's loot over there. You take fall damage, though, because of course you do. Dark Souls 3 just is so obsessed with fall damage. And I guess it's a reason to make Cat Ring good, but I do think they took it a little far in a few places. I think Elden Ring, though, really is too forgiving in the other direction, to the point where the Cat Ring in that game is just completely worthless. Sucks. Definitely think there's a middle ground to be had here. Actually, I'm not sure we do take fall damage over here. How about that? I am so used to Elden Ring. Watch this guy kill himself. Let's see if I can make it happen. Damn it, he avoided it. Man, damn it, now he's gonna get away. Oh, maybe not. He's stupid. But yeah, you can totally get that guy to kill himself with the boulder. It's really funny. Well done. So there's only one more like filler zone that you have to like run around and grab a bunch of loot that I don't really enjoy, and that's the lake, like Lake of Cinder or whatever the fuck it's called in Demon Runs. But after that, you've pretty much gotten all the like tedious like flask items and stupid shit like that, and then it's just a nice fun linear experience after that. I don't know why people are so afraid of fighting these guys while they're invaded. They're not that tough. Yeah, the boulder, when it hits the wall, will blow up if the skeleton with the hat isn't alive anymore. But as long as that skeleton with the hat is alive, the boulder will go back and forth, which is pretty useful in PvP. Oh, the amount of times people have died to that boulder in PvP. Hell, I think I've died to it once. I'm normally good about not dying to it, though. Chat, I remember when I was watching the VOD of the strength character we played with the Great Club. I was like putting it on YouTube recently. I was watching an invasion, and it was a pretty nasty one. And because it was so long ago, I didn't remember if I won or not. But it was like this big, you know, nasty invasion. There were like regular summons and blues coming in. I think one of the blues died, a new blue came in, right? It was one of those. And then both the host and the blue died here. Like, they were both standing on these little platforms, which can avoid the boulder, but they were too close, like to the side. And they both got knocked off and died. It was like this big fight, you know, it was pretty close, you know, back and forth, people getting hits, you know, I had to flask some, I think. And then, yeah, they just both died to the boulder. It was amazing. Good times. It was very satisfying to see that. I'm sad I'm not invading right now, though. This is such a great invasion spot. You can tell which pots have the humanity in it, because it's these pots with like the wrap on the top. All the other ones, though, you can break and it's no big deal. Pretty cool, though, because an invader can roll into those and it'll start tracking the phantom or a host. Pretty unique. Fuck. Some of that guy's attacks just come out so quick. Face tanking just to get rid of him. Really? He got counter damage. I don't think that was even possible to dodge because there were so many hitboxes during that. That's where a shield is useful. Had to use a lot more flasks there than I would have liked. Gentlemen. Get wrecked. Karthus is such an interesting nation. I wish they had more, like, than just the catacombs. A lot of interesting lore with them, but it's kind of a side thing. Yes, you can get their swords, and it's actually one of the better weapons. Back in the day, it actually was like the strongest weapon in the game. It's called Karthus Curved Sword. It's still good, but it got nerfed. But the best weapons in the game are pretty much straight swords, Murky's hand scythe, rapiers, and then these kind of curved swords that they have. Theirs used to be the best one in the game. Now it's generally Pontiff Knight curved sword is generally the best one. But it's still very good. Like, you could use that weapon and kick a lot of ass. But yeah, it used to be the strongest weapon in the whole game, and then they nerfed it. Yeah, it does look really cool. Yeah, it pretty much is a giant scimitar. And it has like the moveset of a scimitar, but more range, essentially. Which is why it's good. Very good for roll catching and mashing. Kinda low on HP here, so I should be careful. Got him. You can break this boulder very easily, but I'm not going to do that because there's way too much fun to be had with this thing. Get rolled on, idiot! Now, you can kill this invader with the boulder, but you can also kill him with the bridge. Both are very satisfying. Which one to do, chat? Let's go bridge. I think last time I used the boulder. Although, I kind of need to kill this guy with the boulder. That's, like, actually practical. He should live. He's pretty tough. Let's see here. Get over here. What are you doing? Stop throwing daggers. That roll catch. I don't think there was a lot I could do about that. Between the invader's attack and then like what the mob was doing, I think that was a frame trap. Damn it, I hit the one that I don't want to hit. For some reason the mob stopped following me. Fuck him. Honestly, I really don't like that enemy. They're just kind of bullshit. Like, if you don't use a shield, they're very Elden Ring-y. Like, they just have all these, like, bullshit hitboxes. And they'll do, like, follow-up attacks, or if you dodge the first one, you get hit by the second one and crap like that. Come on. Well, Elden Ring like is like it explains what I'm talking about generally with like, you know, bullshit frame data and stuff, and just like, you know, animations that don't match the hitboxes and crap like that. Oh my god, he broke the bridge. What an idiot. I wanted to lure more skeletons onto it. What have you done? You fool! I was supposed to kill this. Oh my god. Can I get back around? Crap. I don't think I can get back around. God damn it. Wait, don't I need to talk to Henri over there? Shit. I'll have to get the bonfire down here and teleport then or something. All right, chat. We'll do the famous. Normally, Taurus Demon wins this, but I've seen the Mimic win a few times. Sometimes the Mimic kind of like stun locks him. Wow, the Mimic is getting wrecked on this one. Ooh, that jump kick though. Oh, the demon's being an idiot because he's not attacking the Mimic, he's attacking me. So now he's just roaring like an idiot. Honestly, the Taurus Demon deserves death here. Although the Mimic deserves death because he just stood there for like an hour letting this guy charge up. Like, are you kidding me? Imagine being a fire demon and dying to fire bombs. I normally have what's left of him fight the skeletons, but he's so beat up, I don't think there's much point. Of course, I take fall damage from that. This game, dude. Yep, literally one hit. It's honestly nice to have the demon mess these guys up. There's so many of them, and most of them have a second life. Boy, they did not do well on those stairs, though. All right, all cleaned up. Yeah, I don't know what the Mimic was doing there, man. He threw. I mean, they both were throwing because the Taurus Demon really messed up because he kept attacking me when the Mimic was beating the piss out of him. And then when he finally switched to the Mimic, he did his slowest attacks possible. And then the Mimic, you know, just had free real estate, and then he just stopped attacking. I really do like when the demon fights the skeletons, though. That's a lot of fun to watch. I'm not a witch, I'm a knight. Okay. How is my flask only +2 right now? I feel like I have definitely missed a bone thing. Either that or I have one and I never turned it in. I have 2 that I never turned in. Okay, that explains that. I was like, man, my flasks are pretty weak right now. Knights are like witches, they cast sword. I mean, it sounds reasonable to me. And we talk to Henri without waking up every skeleton ever. I don't think so. Oh, actually, I think you can. I think if you take like a step closer to the bridge, they activate, but...
Oh, yes, I will. Oh,
Knights can also cast shield. Oh, this game, dude. Like, it's just random nonsense. Can't even see it. Don't hit the bridge. I swear to God, we've had enough of that. Okay, I don't think he can. Damn it, he got off the bridge. You're messing it up. Wait, did I not break the bridge? I'm not sure. This is not great. I know, I think the bridge just took like an hour and a half to actually go down. Yeah, these guys have the collective IQ of a hamster. I don't know, that's probably insulting to a hamster. Oh, Lizangle devs. Oh man, it's probably some of that is the higher ups, though. To be fair, I'm sure. But yeah, their track record's not great. All right, hold on. Let me turn in some of my stuff here before we go fighting Wolnir. I hate that we need to go to the stupid lake down below, though. There's just so much loot down there. You can't skip it. Probably do that off stream though, because like fuck that. Super boring. And after that, it's like smooth sailing. Oh yeah, I can't buy fire bombs for 50 souls right now because Spray Rat's still not back.
What? Project like that.
Did I not loot another shard? I'm like worried I'm gonna miss one. Maybe that NPC invader gave us a, I think you have a 10% chance of getting one of these every time you get invaded. We got invaded by Guts as well. So maybe we have one. I'm not worried about the bone shards. I'm worried about the, flask shard. Weird that they consider that tomb down there as part of the catacombs. I mean, I guess it is a tomb, but basically just the lake. Alright. We'll just run straight to the boss here. Wait a minute. No, I gotta grab the loot in that little side room. Fuck. So much to do. See you, Red. I walked up because I think it triggers the rats and gets them hit by the boulder. Makes sense. Got him. Nice loot. Man, the leap attack is so slow. I can see why they replaced it with the running R2, honestly. Now this guy can resurrect himself. Mash like a champion! Don't let it lay eggs. Fuck. Oh yeah, Flamberge just straight up does more damage with that attack. Because of that thing I talked about yesterday, where it's got the data of stomp or stamp or whatever instead. Alright, that went pretty well. There we go. I don't remember what that gives, but I'm pretty sure it's important. R1 Souls 3. Unfortunately, that is kind of the issue with Dark Souls 3. It's like my big complaint about it. Elden Ring really did advance the series in that department. They just, I don't like their boss design very much, so kind of wasted. But yeah, the weapon arts are way better over there. Jump attacks, crouch attacks feel pretty good. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna summon him, but I want to see who that was, just because. Star. Got a katana. Classics. You know, I like how for just no reason you walk up to this thing and touch the goblet, right? Like, why would you do this? This is clearly like cursed and whatnot. It's so random, and like you can't, you know, just ignore it, right? You're not allowed to just go through here. Real adventurer brain right here. Like, why would you do this? Like, what an idiot. I've always wondered if you don't ever loot the Pyromancy Tome in here and you kill Walnir, if you can just never get it. I suspect that is the case, like, because you don't have to loot it to activate him. He actually activates in a few seconds, no matter what. And it just happens to correspond with when you pick it up. But you can just not loot this thing, and I've never tried, but I imagine if you just never pick it up, you just can't get it. You can get it after. Does it appear in the room, like on the floor? Oh, you know what? Let's kill this hand first. We could always do this. Oh, fuck. That's the one part of the fight I think is kind of dumb. We could always do the alternate death for him. It's kind of cool that they even made that. But honestly, the normal death animation looks cooler. Like his alternate death animation, they were kind of lazy with it. But at least they made it, so. I don't know, maybe we go for it. Makes the fight harder. Woo! Stop pulling me back in. He does have a lot of health. Please stop moving like that. I think he's summoning Skelly Boys, which is honestly the hardest part of the fight. Normally, you don't have to deal with it because you've killed them by now, but if you do it the hard way, the skeletons can be a problem. Oh god, he summoned one of those. He summoned 2 of those. Okay, that's just horrible. What the fuck? He summoned one of those, guys. Please kill your own minions. Jesus Christ. I found the difficulty, chat. Please don't resurrect yourself. That would just be silly. Oh, I'm way too close. Woo! Damn it. Okay, that's pretty Elden Ring right there. There's like no telegraph, it's just arbitrary timing. Or maybe if you look up. Imagine observing your environment. There we go. We're kind of doing him a favor, killing him that way. So he doesn't get, like, taken by the abyss. Yeah, it really is the better death, for sure. Yeah, the other way to kill him is you don't deplete his health to 0, you destroy all of his bracelets, which are like fending the abyss off. They're like holy relics that are preventing the abyss from like fully taking him. So if you destroy them, then he gets like dragged into the abyss. And it actually took the community a while to figure out that you could do it this way, because there's not much reason to not blow up the bracelets, and it's like so much faster. And honestly, if you're not careful about where you're attacking him, like if you're fighting on the other side or something, you know, it's really easy to just blow it up. Yep, Shadow Realm. All right, let's go buy Onion Bro's armor. He's a pretty interesting character, though. Ultimately, quite the tyrant, but Karthus has really interesting lore. All right. What's up, Patches? What a guy. We're so close to the cat ring, chat. Makes us significantly better in PvP. Yorm with killing Yorm the normal way is just awful, to be honest. Like, first off, some weapons can't really do it. Like, well, I guess any weapon technically can do it, but it's really only reasonable if you have a weapon that has a hitbox that can hit him in the head. And it's just not fun, right? Like, it's so slow if you don't hit him in the head. And then hit him in the head is just tedious. Like, it's not great.
Just wasn't neat.
What am I doing here? Oh, right. Onion Bro. Oh, and Grey Rat. Yeah, I wish killing Yorm the, like, normal way was cool, but it really isn't. Mostly just a pain in the butt. Well, we can get heavy bolts now. Why do I have 0 standard bolt? Did I buy arrows earlier? But I've literally fired some bolts at some objects. Huh. I don't know why I don't have any, actually. Maybe I didn't buy that many and I'm actually out? Didn't think I fired that many, though.
Good boy.
Great lad.
What does that let you buy? I think it lets you buy, yeah, these. The bleed thing. And I think it gives you an unlimited amount of these. Pretty sure that's what it is. I really should buy some of these. God, so the Pine bundles are just like the ones in Elden Ring, right? Where they're like stronger, but they don't last as long, but you can activate them really quickly. But at least in this game, you can just buy them. Now, as like a normal low level, you couldn't possibly afford to have enough of these to use them all the time like Twinks do. So it's still like a Twink, you know, kind of lame thing. But at least once you get farther in the game, anybody can just buy them. Now, I tell you, the the really lame thing that people do, and like all the like sweaty people do this, it's so lame. So you've got these green blossoms here that regenerate your stam, and as you can see, you can buy as many as you want. But there's a stronger one, and then there's a even stronger one that you cannot buy, and there's a finite amount of them that super regenerates your stam, and all the sweaty people like item dupe it or you know, save edit it, or get their friends to, you know, drop a bunch of them and then, you know, back up the save and reload it and all that. And they get, you know, 999 of them, etc., and then they just spam them. They just, and so many people do this, right? I really mean this. Almost every serious PvPer does it, because they're like, well, everyone else does it, so I don't want to be left behind. And it is absurd, right? It honestly, it also makes the game really unfun to play, in my opinion. When everyone is using the max stam recovery stuff, it's bullshit, right? It becomes so absurd trying to actually punish someone for running out of stam. And things like that. It's terrible, and it is, yeah, portable grass touching. Yeah, it is fucking awful. And yeah, they do that, and they dupe the Zigbrews, and yeah, it gives them a ridiculous advantage. And what I don't like is it's an advantage that you can only keep up with if you cheat, right? Like, there's really no amount of, because there's no way to get Zigbrews without just going new game plus a trillion. It's ridiculous. I can't stand it. I cannot take Dark Souls 3 seriously because of it. Even with all the cheating in Elden Ring, it is so much dumber in Dark Souls 3. Although, I don't know, Elden Ring cheating is pretty dumb too, but it's not as widespread. And at least they don't have the stam regeneration stuff. But they do have freaking star shards. Star shards are really stupid at the item dupe. Like, you can actually do that in this game. You could item dupe the other Divine Blessing, but you're only allowed to use one per invasion, and your FP bar just isn't very important in Dark Souls 3, where it's super important in Elden Ring. The Star Shards are probably the biggest, like, thing that you can cheat to dupe and get the biggest advantage, I would say. Because more Star Shards means you can use more, you know, healing miracles and more weapon arts, and you can drop more warming stones and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's pretty busted. Like, the time it takes to like run someone out of gas in Elden Ring if they're cheating is pretty awful. All right, we need to go, technically we need to go down here, but I want to get my bloody cat ring. Where is it? Not that. Oh, it's right here. That's so strange. Why don't they just limit those? I know they really should make it where you can only use one star shard per bonfire use. That way people can only use the one. Now, people would still do it, and it would still be cheating, and that's still a pretty big advantage because it's like a full FP bar, right? That's still a lot. But the fact that they can have 10 is just, it's so dumb. Really, I just think they should stop making items like that if they can't stop people from item duping. Because it's not like only PC can item dupe, right? Like, PlayStation can do it pretty easily too because of the cloud save. So, I mean, there's a lot of cheating going around in these games. And after these games become older, and the players that are still playing it are the more hardcore people, everyone cheats, dude. Like, it's just a bunch of cheaters fighting each other. And I really wish that wasn't the case. That sucked. The game like lagged for a second there. So I got hit, and then after the hit, it then did my roll that I had done before. Had a little frame drop there. Yeah, I've noticed when I'm streaming, I get some frame drops. You know, I could have shown off the prayer animation thing there. Oh, fuck. Actually, I think I still can because he lived. This is so strange. So it's implying that these were probably like clerics before, and the Pontiff has turned them into these beasts. That's not really what's weird. What's weird is that they bothered to put this in the game, because the only way you get this is if you knock them down, which honestly you don't do very often. You have to like hit them in the noggin, and then you have to riposte them and not kill them. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're putting this in here to like imply that these were like clerics and stuff of Londo, you know, Anor Londo and stuff, and Ilathril. And Pontiff, you know, used the beast thing on them and has turned them into these monstrosities. And I'm pretty sure they want to die. That's the thing. We'll put him out of his misery here. But yeah, anytime you also they have a different death animation when you do that. Anyway, anytime you knock them down like that and they don't die to the riposte, they'll start praying like that and they'll just stay there. But yeah, it's a very specific detail, and FromSoft loves doing stuff like that, like finding these like crazy specific details to like hint at, you know, a pretty deep dive, you know, lore thing. Okay, I think I can just go back and she's there now. And then her sign will be here, I think. Either that or her sign is just here now. I'm not even sure. I'll go back to Firelink because I honestly don't remember. Also, we have to send Greirat out. I'm trying to think. You just need to not activate Onion Bro. You want him to not go to the Profane Capital. That's all you got to do to make sure Greirat doesn't die here. You can also do the patches thing, but we already went past that. Buy some of these while he's got them, in case I fuck this up. Guess I'll buy that. Buy some of these. Okay.
Goodbye.
Got his sanity riposted back into him, yeah, I guess. I'm guessing they kind of always have a little bit of their sanity, but they're kind of forced to fight. But then it's kind of implying that you've wounded them so much they can't really fight anymore, right? And so like their kind of, you know, inner self is coming out because they can't even fight anyway, so. Pontiff is a real bastard. All right, is she here, or do I need to talk to her again or something? Oh, she's here. Fantastic. Cat ring time, boys. You just have to make sure she doesn't die like an idiot. I don't know why I'm not using my other rings here. If you don't help, she gets so wrecked. It is crazy. So they want this guy to be like a bloodthirsty bastard. And I love how they have him use Divine Blessings, because like generally the lame people are the ones that do that because they item duped it. And also like Dark Souls 1, I think it's because obviously they didn't know in Dark Souls 3 if people were going to item dupe it yet. But I actually think it's a Dark Souls 1 reference because the way people use Divine Blessings in Dark Souls 1. But yeah, he'll flask until he's out, and then he'll Divine Blessing. Although he might not get the chance here. Got him. But yeah, they make him like a gamer because he does Lloyd's talismans. He does Duelist talismans to get rid of the weapon buff. He flasks more than the other invaders, and then if he runs out of flasks, he Divine Blessings, and he's the only one that does that. All right. That would be so amazing if he pointed down. Point down didn't really become a thing though until Dark Souls 3. It was used in Dark Souls 1 some. But Dark Souls 1, the taunt was mostly, well, what is it? And then when Dark Souls Remaster came out, then people did point down more, but that was because of it became such a thing in Dark Souls 3. And I don't even remember what the taunt was in Dark Souls 2. Like the BM stuff. I don't remember. Elden Ring, it's obviously teabagging and sometimes point down. Good bit of both. Okay, we got It's so good. Beautiful. Oh yeah, another thing people do, which is cheating, because it's just ridiculous. The item dupe cat ring like 1,000,000 times. Like way more than you could get legit. Right? Like legit, you could buy, you know, New Game Plus 3, plus 4, you know, you could get like, you know, 7 of them maybe. But they'll item dupe like 10 of them, if not more. And they'll organize it where it's at the bottom of their list. So what they can do is not have the cat ring on, but then if they need the cat ring, they can go to their inventory and just mash down and just hold down and then click A, and then they'll always get it. So they get the benefit of cat ring without having to use the slot for it, without having to actually do anything complicated in their inventory. That's really common. People do that with other weapons like Gundir's Halberd that they want to switch to quickly. Stormhawk Axe and Elden Ring, things like that. Needless to say, I'm not really a fan. I don't mind if you did it legit, right? But, you know, it's one of those things that, this is what I don't like. It's something that you can do if you're like cheating to get an advantage over people that aren't cheating, right? Because you know, even if they're really good, normal people that aren't cheating are not gonna have 30 cat rings, right? Or 30 Gundir's Halberd, right? Let alone to get the slabs to make each Gundir's Halberd max upgrade. You really can only do that with cheating, right? Yeah, I don't like that kind of stuff. I think it's lame. I don't mind when people cheat to like save time to an extent, right? Like if you're like wanting to just not have to, you know, farm all your souls, you want to get the character to 120 as fast as possible. But like, for example, a lot of the stuff people claim that's what they do it for, what they're actually doing is trying to get in-game stuff that they can't actually get on their own, to have it low level, you know, and that kind of thing, to like cheese people. That's like really what a lot of them do. And then also, they'll do things like getting themselves divine blessings, which you can't farm, right? There's no amount of time you can put into that to get those. Yeah, there's just a lot of like lame shit like that people do. And they act like it's not cheating, but it is. Basically, you know, sweaty people try to do anything they can to get an advantage over everyone else that isn't skill, right? They want to get things to have an unfair advantage that's not just being better at the game. All right. Now, we really do need to get that loot from earlier in the stage, but I want to go grab that axe real quick, and I can get it quite quickly here. We're almost at the point, though, where we've got, like, a really healthy supply of flasks and all that. I'll do this zone legit. Like, this is a fun area to do legit. But I want to get my axe real quick. And yeah, I guess we'll level up to, like, 40 or 45. I think that's where we're gonna go. I'd like to get a bit more endurance, but I don't know. Once I get the Ring of Favor +2, I might not need it. That enemy right there debatably has the best weapon in the game if you want to be like sweaty, hardcore 1v1 stuff. It's like that and some of the long swords. And there's a few other weapons too. And like Murky's hand scythe. Holy crap, that weapon is broken. But that's a Pontiff Knight Fervor Sword, and it is among the best weapons in the game if you're like optimized for it.
Oh, I got the Wilkie and like me. Like me.
Don't ask. Oh yeah, there's loot. Among Us, yep. They like kidnap Henry if you don't do anything. I don't know how the hell they're strong enough to do that. Maybe they have like some sleep spell or something. Messes up her quest line though. All right. Creighton, like the coolest NPC in Dark Souls 2. Him and Pate are like, so many NPCs in Dark Souls 2 are like so shallow and are like really lame copies of Dark Souls 1 NPCs without any of the depth. But Pate and Creighton are awesome, and like they're a nice twist on those archetypes. And then Lucatiel is really good too. Lucatiel honestly kind of incorporates a lot of what the Dark Souls series is about, like with dealing with mortality and stuff, which is kind of cool. But yeah, holy fuck, there's a lot of NPCs in Dark Souls 2 that are just so shallow, it's absurd. Aldia is cool, but he's only in the worst version of the game, unfortunately. Remember last time we did this? Creighton just instantly fell off the side. I remember it was so funny. I'm trying to see if I can get that to happen again, but it's kind of hard. Uh-oh. Oh, got him. Love it. Wait, he was added to Dark Souls 2 in a patch? Was he? Like the boss fight and everything? Huh. Why the fuck did anyone buy Scholar of the First Sin then? Was that just like the rip-off edition? Because what the hell was the point then? Yeah, I'm definitely just playing regular Dark Souls 2, not Scholar. Scholar sucks, honestly. There's a couple of additions that are cool, but most of Scholar just makes the enemy layout awful. And, you know, like, adds a lot of, like, gatekeeping to zones, so it's, like, it's more linear. It's shit. Yep, that's the axe. This is my favorite axe in the series. Love it so much. And it's, based on a real axe in real life. It's a very practical axe, too. Love it. I wish it wasn't newbie bait. It's a very typical weapon that like people use to try to be like a twink because it does a lot of damage like with low investment. And I wish it wasn't like that, but I just love it, dude. I love axes are my favorite, you know, type of medieval weapon, and this is my favorite one by a lot. I always like the axes that are like metal and not wood, but it's got the grips. And I always like this kind of blade design because they're really good for disarming people and stuff. I love this kind of axe. It just looks so good. And then I like lightning a lot, and it has lightning damage, so there's a lot to love here. That's why I like Stormhawk axe, because it's kind of the follow-up to this axe, if you will. Now, chat, isn't it in this game the special weapon upgrades are worth 2, right? So this thing, to make it +4, it needs to be +2. Am I right about that? I want to make sure I don't mess that up. Also, this weapon is exceptionally good raw because it has so little scaling naturally. Like making it raw, it just overall makes it a lot stronger. Like it just really does well as raw. It's very good because of that. Wait, does anyone remember when you reinforced? I think this is a special. Oh no, it's not a special one. It actually just uses regular Titanite shards. Huh. For some reason, I guess it's in Dark Souls 2. It takes the special upgrade path. But yeah, we just make it +4 then. For now, anyway. Yeah. Let's see. It gives me 337 AR one-handed. Where like our heavy claymore, right? That we have some, you know, strength stat to boost up, and we got to two-hand it, and it's slower for the most part. It has 277. Now, to be fair, this is split damage, right? It's doing lightning and physical damage, so it doesn't actually like have that much damage because the enemy's defense, it has to go through their physical defense and their lightning defense. But that's still a lot of fucking damage, right? Like that's still a crazy amount of damage. The overall, if you're like a sweaty fight against a player that's like good, or even just has a good build, they don't even have to be good at the game, but they're like a dangerous build, you know, a lot of health, does a lot of damage. You're generally better off with the Claymore because it's just a better moveset. It's got better range, it's got hyper armor, you got the R2 mix-up. The axe has no mix-up at all, right? This R2 is trash. Funnily enough, though, this is better than the Elden Ring R2, though. Somehow the Elden Ring R2 found a way to make it worse, but, and the R1's worse than Elden Ring 2. Oh, baby. I'm gonna use one of those Seeds of a Giant on the Londor Shade. Fuck that nonsense. But yeah, I just love this axe. I love the design. Being like a cool knight with this thing is like my favorite thing ever. Although I don't like this shield, actually. I eventually like to trade out for like another shield that's more color coordinated with the get up, but it is what it is for now. All right. I kind of want to do a quick invasion. Obviously, I should go get more flasks because there's a bunch of flasks available to me now, but it's kind of nice being a, you know, more normal character that doesn't have access to every little thing. I don't have Ring of Favor or any of that. Not bad to open with one of these. Maybe not on that ring slot, though. Man, if I use this ring, we go up to 270. Wow. Big damage. I do feel bad using this weapon just because it is kind of like a kind of famous newbie killer weapon. If I might stick to the Claymore often, but I want to use it a little bit because I just like the damn thing. What I might do is if I get into a 1v1, I might use it and try to do like war cry bullshit, you know, don't do meta stuff. But what a lot of people do with that axe is they just, you know, count on the ridiculous damage that it does, and they try to force hit trades, and they just do typical like roll catch nonsense, and they just wear like the most efficient armor they can and just mash, and it works, honestly, a lot of the time. Even on the host side, if one of your phantoms is doing that, it's pretty strong. Okay. Just glad I have cat ring. It feels so much freer with it. Can move as I want. You know, I could have done some Cathedral of the Deep PvP. I mean, that's what I'm doing. Excuse me, Catacombs. Look, I'm tired. What do you want from me? Oh man, if only I was in Cathedral of the Deep. Okay, they've already done that. They may have gone off to the side there. They may also be just way later in the level. It's always annoying trying to figure out which way they went at the start here. Oh, no shortcut. So they're fuck. I could wait here until they do that shortcut, but they're probably just progressing through the graveyard normally. It sucks though, because if you guess that they're in the graveyard or like, you know, past the graveyard, and you go there, but then they're actually down here, then and you have the shortcut open, then you can just miss them entirely. So there's no perfect solution. They hiding or something? Like, what the hell? They killed the mob, so they're not like AFK or anything. That guy's not active. What the hell is going on? Because those enemies are already dead, so let me make sure the door not open over here. I don't see how it could be, but you never know. Something weird going on here. No, none of this is active. What the fuck? I'm so confused. Oh. We must have just been missing each other. They must have been like, you know, going around the back or something. Yeah, I think we must have just coincidentally been missing each other the way we were moving, because now he's down below. Sir, please don't die to a... Oh no. Oh no, he's getting wormed on. Oh, he got wormed on. Well, it happens. It looked like he didn't have a phantom with him anyway, though. the stuff I'm looking for. Hard fought victory, yep. Let me go grab water real quick. Watch me get spawn camped and die. Uh-oh. I know chat was rooting for me to die here. What did I miss, chat? Did they run by or anything? How long have I been here? Damn. Yeah, I know chat would have loved it if they like came running in here and murdered me. Point down. Chat, can we have a Dark Souls 3 remaster where we get like Elden Ring mechanics and you spruce up the enemies and stuff, but don't add Elden Ring, you know, enemy design, but there I think is 4 of them. We'll see. Kind of weird that they came running out here right as I got here, but sure. I think we got some password summons here. That fist weapon he's using is really good for like just stun locking the shit out of you. Actually, they're not passwords. That's the guy that just died! The yellow is the host that just died earlier. That's amazing. Yeah, I know Dark Souls 2 does need a remaster first. I swear, if they just gave it a coat of paint, I'd be so angry. Like, you need changes in that game so bad. It could be such a good game, though, with some minor adjustments. Man, the host didn't see me. I could have got him there if I didn't miss. These guys are fucking this up. They are one-handing the Great Club, which is my baby, right? I love that weapon. You know, we got that whole character dedicated to it. They're doing it so wrong. They're not R2ing, and they're one-handing it. Oh, the disgrace, dude. It's such disrespect to such a great weapon. A lot of people use it because it's light and they don't know how to use the unique aspects of it. That happens a lot, honestly. Oh, fuck, there's another red here. These guys wanting some gaming. So rare you get to see your red brothers. Although sometimes they betray you, but hopefully that won't be the case here. Also, a lot of times they run in there and die immediately. There's that too. I think he's up top. Yep, there he is. Kind of annoying that he's using the ring because it makes it harder to tell, like in a chaotic situation, who your friend is, but... What? Bro! After all of that, he he fucked up on the ladder and just fell off and died. I think he like went off the side and died. Bro, we had such a juicy fight ready to go. What is the fuck, dude? It is so rare you get 3v2s and 4v2s and shit like that. They're like prime Dark Souls 3 gameplay, and the motherfucker just slipped and fell off and died. Oh my god, dude. Not like this. Ugh. It's so sad. Maybe that guy will host again and Connor's tongue again. Man, and I hadn't even used the flask yet. Like, I was being all play the long game, you know. I was picking away at him, healing, you know, all that good stuff. How unsatisfying. It is what it is, though. But I might do if I get someone else. I might. What was his name? Does anyone remember the host name? Like, I might try to see if I can get that guy's world specifically again. So I might just bail out if I get someone else. I didn't pay attention to the host name, though. Oh, I think it's them again. That's the guy from before that died to the worms. Huzzah. Oh, you know what? They're probably not going to come through here because I think he probably did get the ladder down, so they're probably going over there. Nope, he didn't get the ladder down. He was probably... Oh, God. Why is someone dead? Maybe someone else just summoned this guy. I don't know. Is there already a red here? Am I late? Am I missing the party? Yep, I'm missing the party. Here, sleep at the wheel, sir. Who goes AFK? I'm gonna try to keep that guy alive so this guy can kill his dude here. Why? I don't get it. Like, you have to not be AFK to summon those guys and use the Taunter's Tongue. That guy's so twinked, by the way. Like, that is not a polite invader right there. I don't know what happened there. Maybe he like was summoning everybody, used Taunter's Tongue, and then was like, oh shit, someone's at the door, right? And he had to go do something. Yeah, it happens, you know, real life. Yeah, that guy was twinked out of his mind, though. Like, I guarantee you that guy had all the, like, late game rings and all that stuff. But yeah, you know what happens. Sometimes, you know, people have something come up real quick out of nowhere, you know. Right. We do need to get some PvE done, but I do love me some PvP. We could do Catacombs too. Yeah, let's try Catacombs real quick. But I suspect because that guy went AFK, he's probably not hosting anymore. Like, I'll come back if this is dead though. Dude, I wish Dark Souls 3 had the mix-up. Like, there's a lot of things in Elden Ring I actually don't want over here. Like, I like weapon arts being better, but I don't like all the bullshit weapon arts, right? I like stuff like Crosscut, you know, Silent Fang, the normal weapon arts are fine, but all the like world-ending giant explosion, but I don't want any of that stuff. It's stupid because when you get to like level 200 in Elden Ring, no one's doing like spacing and roll catching and any of that. It's just people spamming a bunch of bullshit AoE monster one-shot effects all over the place, right? It's terrible. I don't want that. But the weapon arts in Dark Souls 3 are just crap, and you know, like 3 of them are good in the entire game. So that sucks. So I wish we could have like the more reasonable weapon arts from Elden Ring that are actually good. And you know, the crouch attacks and the jump attacks and all that kind of stuff. That stuff is just awesome. Oh god. But yeah, the Covenants in Dark Souls 3 and everything are just so much better than Elden Ring. And just because Dark Souls 3 is more linear, so it's so much easier to get invasion. Because you know people in Catacombs are going to be around like level 25 to 40, right? And this, you know, weapon range and stuff like that. So it's really easy to get invasion. Where in Elden Ring, it's not easy at all. What the hell are we doing right now, sir? I really need a better weapon for chasing because Claymore ain't it. I'd like to point out that he wanted to fight over here, not me. I had nothing to do with this. Oh! Trapped! That guy thought Astolfo was a waifu. Unfortunate. Yeah, Fallen Knight armor is very common. It's because it's like a very easily obtained armor set that's not the one you started with that has decent stats. So it's like, it is extremely common. I much prefer the regular Knight set, especially with if you get the Elite Knight legs, then it's just perfect. I like that, and I like Drake Blood, and then I like a mixture of Drake Blood and Thorn. Like Thorn chest and helm and Drake Blood boots and gloves. I really like that fashion. And then Knight set with Elite Knight leg. Those are like the two things I really, really like. And full Drake Blood is really good too. Generally the three fashions I go with. And if I need more heavy duty stuff to be like more meta, like at a high level or something, I normally like Millwood chest with like lap head or something like that, or full lap armor, you know, that kind of thing. Lap armor is obviously a like staple of LOL. I'm trying to be meta, but it does look cool. So I do like Ornstein's armor. It's pretty cool. I really liked in Dark Souls 1 doing Ornstein's chest, Knight's or a giant's helmet. Not Mask of the Father, that's what everyone thinks of, but like the actual giant helmet with an Ornstein chest, and then you could do giant or Ornstein gloves and boots. That looks super sick. I fucking love that. Rune Sentinel's pretty good too. I do enjoy that one. And then Dark Souls 2, I like either scruffy bandit look. There's a lot of like scruffy armor that makes you look like a, you know, a cutthroat that I like. And there's some of that in this game too, actually. It's just so not meta. But like the that chest, those hollows drop in the northern set, I like that. But anyway, Dark Souls 2, I like those kind of like bandit looking sets. Or what's it, the Cyan set? I think it's called, like the Cyan set is really good. Jesus, there's so much stuff in Dark Souls 2. I don't even know, like so much good armor. You have Fume Knight armor. There's that Garm armor with all the metals on it, like the green one, and that combines with like the Cyan helmet really good. Love that. Like fuck, there's so much. I don't even know where to start with Fashion Souls and Dark Souls 2. There's so much stuff. There's some like tribal armor from those lion guys, and I remember there's a tribal armor from a rare like lion guy that you can like. There's only one of him in the world, and you have to like keep using a bonfire aesthetic to bring him back. If you want to have like a barbarian look, that's a thing. Yeah, and there's the like there's like what's it? I think it's like German helmet. I forget the name of it. Royal Swordsman set based on like German armor. That one's really good. Like fuck, there's so much. None of the starting armor is that good though in Dark Souls 2. I mean, the bandit one's okay except for the helmet. The helmet looks so stupid. It's weird. But Dark Souls 2 is very different than the other games where they wanted you to be like rags to riches. So you start off with trash. Where every other Souls game, you start off with totally serviceable equipment you could use for the entire game if you wanted to. And I actually really prefer every other game to Dark Souls 2. I actually really like how you can just have, like, I'm a knight, and you go through the game as a knight. I really like that. I actually think Dark Souls, you know, 1, 3, and Elden Ring are very unique like that. Most games will not let you start off with, like, proper equipment and all that. Because basically, Dark Souls 2 has equipment that's so bad you should never use it. Where the other Souls games don't have any equipment like that, right? So the starting set is always, like, totally viable, and it always looks like competent gear and stuff. Yeah, I really prefer that. I don't like how Dark Souls 2 makes you start off with trash. Damn. Guess it's getting kind of later at night, so it's probably harder to get people. I haven't played Dark Souls 2 in so long, though. I'm sure, and it's got, I think, the most armor sets out of any of the games. I think it has more than Elden Ring, although maybe not quite, because Elden Ring has a lot of recolors. But if you cut the recolors, it wouldn't surprise me if Dark Souls 2 has more. But either way, it has a lot. You know, they both have a lot. But because I haven't played it in so long, I'm sure as I go through it, I'll find stuff that I don't even remember. DS2 has the most. Yeah, I believe it. Honestly, that's kind of a failure of Elden Ring, though, because Elden Ring has this giant-ass world. Although, I tell you what, man, Dark Souls 2 is a big fucking game. It's much bigger than Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3. It's probably the closest to Elden Ring in size. Yeah, you have more ways of expressing yourself with fashion in Dark Souls 2 than any of the games, by far. And the way the meta is, it's less restrictive on what kind of armor you should be wearing and stuff. And there's a lot of armor sets that are very good, so it just doesn't matter. Like, Dark Souls 2 does a lot right. You know, like backsteps and leap attacks being good and all that stuff. There's a lot to love, but oh my god, there's a lot to hate. I've seen a variety of people refer to Dark Souls 2 as a game that does like 10 things so well, it's like amazing, but then it does 100 things wrong, which I definitely agree with. Like, there's some very fundamental problems with that game. I wonder if this guy's just at the bonfire or something. Yeah, butterfly set. Oh, man. Don't really want to just, like, duel people. Oh, he activated the DLC. A lot of people do that. You can only do it once, but a lot of people, you know, don't like getting invaded, so they do that. Also, a lot of, like, sweaty people that have made a host twink, right? And a lot of them have save edited, right, to have all the stuff and all the consumables and all that, and they're just sitting here waiting to be invaded. They'll reload their save to bring him back, so anytime they have, like, an invader that they don't respect, you know, or whatever, I think they're playing in a way that's not, you know, they're not 1v1ing me when I've got my stupid twink set up. What? Anyway, then they can kick him out by just using that, and then they reload the save. Cathedral is unfortunately kind of a popular spot for twink hosts because of that. Damn, not much activity right now. Kind of later at night. Also, my level range and stuff is kind of awkward. I could jump on my real quick. I'm gonna end the stream soon, so I could jump on some of my other characters here and check some different level ranges. I'm just kind of nervous to play some of these characters because I'll probably have forgotten how to play them properly. Like the spear character and the dual sword character and all that. I don't think I could play them properly right now. Let's see. That one's the dual spear one. That one is the Great Club one. Okay, I gotta try it. I gotta try it. I definitely will struggle with this one a bit, but this is not my strongest character just because Great Club is susceptible to like certain play styles and stuff. What can I switch to? Okay, I've got these. I've got a straight sword. I got Gundyrs. Okay. I mean, this is a pretty competently set up character. It's just not the most. It's not the most meta build. Oh, we got somebody, boys. I feel like this character should have been named Bob. I feel like Bob with the Great Club it would have been really perfect. This is probably my favorite character in Dark Souls 3, honestly. I had so much fun making this character and invading as we went and all that. I'm so glad I found those streams and was able to upload them to YouTube, so I just have them forever because that was a good time. Motherfucker used the seed of a giant. This is a really weird zone to do that in because I can literally just wait this out. Maybe he's already past this part? I don't know. What's funny is I think that activated his, what do you call it? The little guy, the crystal lizard, and I think it made him run off. Oh, I can make this one run off. Yeah, no loot for you. Be free, little guy. Yeah, we just got rid of 3 crystal lizards because of that. Feels good. All right, what do we got here? There's at least 2 of them. That is Old King, Nameless King's shtick, and Morning Star? That can't be right. I don't know what the fuck the one. I think that is Morning Star. What the hell? Not a commonly used weapon. Come on over, boys. They are seeming a lot like cowards. Yeah, that'll work. Freebie! Love it. Please tell me. I was say I need grass on my bar, and there we go. Woo! Sadly, he had the buff, so he didn't take a lot of damage there. Oh yeah, that thing's running attack is really strong. Got him with the classic. Woo, that goes far. So he just tried to parry, but I'm using an ultra, which you can't parry. Man, I just got leaping attacked because I was doing a firebomb. That's so bad. I don't know why the host just bailed on his compadre there. I should have R2'd there. So it wouldn't do the backstab. Oh wow, that goes pretty far. Fucking Seath can hit me even. Oh, it's because the Seed of a Giant's on. I was like, what the hell? Rip. Oh, I love this character, dude. This is just such a fun weapon. It is my favorite big boy weapon in the game by a lot. It's great. The scream though, yeah, I love that in Elden Ring and Dark Souls. It's great. All right, chat. I think we'll wrap up there because it is getting pretty late, and I got some stuff I need to do. But yeah, we'll just play more of this, and when we get through it, I think from time to time we'll do a couple invasions on our other characters, just kind of like a guest, you know, for the stream. But then when we are done, we will play Dark Souls 2. We will get around to that. That'll be interesting. I'm honestly looking forward to the good parts of Dark Souls 2. I am not looking forward to the just mountains of boring schlock. Like, Dark Souls 2 just has so much boring crap in it. But, we'll see. I'll enjoy checking it out again. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I super appreciate it. We'll be back at it tomorrow. We might play some, Arc Knights in here somewhere. But no rush. But thank you guys, and I am out of here. We'll raid Cairo. All right, night, everybody. Be responsible individuals.